Man, I really wanted to like the new iPhone 14s in general, but when I heard that they were not going to be using traditional SIM card trays, oh, that was a big turn off. So, a lot of people have heard about the eSIM feature. I think it's been around since the iPhone 10, I believe. My first introduction to iPhone was way back when the iPhone 3GS was at the end. The iPhone 4 is coming out. I was able to buy an iPhone 3GS unlocked for $300. And that was like the pinnacle, because it was not like 2 years after the 3GS was out. I bought this cash off of eBay. It was sketchy at the end, but everything was cool with the phone. It worked fine until I sold it to a Russian guy. Having a SIM card tray, because it was on AT&T at the time, which was GSM, was the best thing to slice bread. Because I remember I was on Verizon when I bought this iPhone 3GS. And of course, the iPhone 4 for Verizon didn't come out until, I believe, January of 2011. Because I actually worked for Apple, so we used to anyway. I'm not convinced by the nonsense of them taking away every damn port on a phone. In particularly, taking away the SIM card tray is the absolute godliest, worst thing that you can do. Being a person that loves to use SIM cards, I swap phones daily. I'll use my iPhone 12 Pro Max. Sometimes I'll go to my Note 10 Plus. Heck, I got an LG G8 that I could use. I've got different phones that I swap to when the mood suits me, but the main phones I switch between is my Note 10, because I sold my Note 10 Ultra. If you go back through my videos, I own that phone. I sold it because at the time I didn't think I needed it. I should have kept it. Benefits of having a SIM card is simple. If you have unlocked phones or you have phones with SIM, you can use multiple phones using the same SIM card. Now, that means that, let's say I walk outside and, I say, okay, well, I want to take my Samsung phone because it's going to count my steps. I can take the SIM card out my iPhone, put it in my Samsung phone, and go. Then when I'm ready to switch back, when I'm using my iPhone, because it works better with my office at home, then I'm good to go. And yes, I work from home, and it's, everything's basically compatible more or less with iOS than it is with Android, just because iOS is more locked down than Android is, even though both are derivative of Unix code. I'm not going to go through all that stuff. But the thing is, when you lock down the SIM in that fashion, and everybody's like, well, it's to prevent theft. There's no such thing as theft through SIM. SIM data is just the data that this basically receives the signal and process. It has nothing to do with, there's no extra data on your SIM. If that's the case, man, we would have extra security on SIM years ago. SIM has nothing to do with it. If you ever unlock phones, that is not the key to unlocking a phone. Unlocking a phone is basically screwing with the IMEI. It's nothing to do with a SIM card. Some people are like, well, yeah, people could take the SIM out and put their SIM in. Well, I got news for you. If the phone is, let me explain this to you numbnuts. If your phone has been blocked on the IMEI side of things, and there have been, it used to be that if you were blocked on one carrier, you could go to another, but mainly with T-Mobile and AT&T always having been GSM carriers, they started sharing the data back and forth between each other. So if you blacklisted IMEI, it's blacklisted on everything. And I've been unlocking phones way back since 2013. I can tell you how it works, and it has nothing to do with the SIM. So removing the SIM tray for the physical SIM has nothing to do with theft. It's BS. It's total freaking garbage. I've listened to people say the stupidest things. I'm like, you obviously never, ever have unlocked the phone. And it pisses me off when I listen to people talk. They just don't know what they're talking about. Trust me when I say this. It's harder to get into an iPhone that has iCloud lock on it. It's hard to get into an iPhone, way harder than it is Android. And the thing is, when you block a phone in IMEI, especially with Android, and if you're using any solution, you know what the process is. And yes, it's illegal. You shouldn't do it, but people do it anyway. So we're not going to go through all that. If you go back to my videos way back in 2013, 2014, 2015, I show you the solution that I use. But eSIM, do you know what's going to happen for our worldwide people who go overseas? That's really what hurts you. You don't have a choice. And being that all you least you could do is take the SIM out when I don't feel like using my iPhone. Now, if I get an iPhone, I got to go through this eSIM stuff. And I don't want to go through all that. I don't feel like that. I think it's stupid. I'm sick of US customers being so benign. Why are they not doing it overseas? Because overseas, no, that is a trap. Just like not providing a charging cable or a brick in the damn phone. Y'all, and US is the worst right now because we don't pay attention to anything. We're just giant consumers that just really understand it's gonna go steal. Ain't nobody steal nothing through your SIM. Trust me, there's no SIM data is just your phone number, and no one can use the phone. If the phone does not want to be used, it doesn't matter what SIM card you put in there, it's not going to be able to be used. Now, yes, you can get around it on a SIM, using the RSIM, but that's only if the phone has not been blocked. Once the IMEI number on a phone is blocked, unless you have a solution or a way to change the IMEI, which you cannot do with Qualcomm chipsets, and you damn sure can't do it with the new Apple chipsets, your phone is utterly useless. So don't let them tell you about some eSIM security. It's no such thing. This is bogus. I think it needs to be addressed, and I think people should take a second look before they buy this phone, because you talking about being locked down. You buy an iPhone, you are severely locked down. This is just my rant about that SIM card crap. Apple, you're fucking up.